Hi friends. Happy Monday. It's May 4th. uh, I've been going over the orthostatic diary and how to get your foot in the cardiologist store. But you know, in this chronic illness journey of ours, we investigate. We keep investigating. I want to know all the answers. I don't just buy, well, you have this diagnosis and this. No. I don't buy it. I don't accept it. I want the answers, okay? And so the current thing is, I'll tell you what's going on, and we're talking about sleep. All right, sleep. When you can't sleep, all right, and everybody has some type of sleep issue, right? When you have lack of sleep, it is torture. It is absolute torture if you don't have enough sleep. You're tired. Your circadian clock is off. You know, I mean, there were times I was wide awake 3 a.m. Slept like a baby 3 p.m., 3 in the afternoon. Everybody has something with their sleep. Now I'm on regular sleep hours, but it's still not enough. It's not, and I'll tell you, a year and a half ago, I heard for years, chronic fatigue syndrome, you have non-restorative sleep. Well, I didn't buy it. You know why? Why do I have non-restorative sleep? I just don't buy it. All right, so I'm outside here in my yard. It's a beautiful day. By the way, I take my photos of the butterflies here. If you like my photos, I have a butterfly garden, and me and my son were sort of cleaning up. It's overgrown. I'm doing a major cleanup. But I like to stand out here and get my photos in the morning, and it's just relaxing. It clears out the brain. So anyway, it was a year ago, this summer. For years, I've had narcolepsy. I would nod off like a narcoleptic. Just nod off. And I had a long one last summer at the hand center where I was getting my finger casted for this. This is a boutonniere deformity. I woke up with it in 2013. So I went to a hand surgeon and we were doing casting, and I went to the hand center. And one day when I went to the hand center, I didn't remember paying the copay. I didn't remember the girl who casted my finger. In the car going home, I'm waking up and looking at the new cast, and my son said to me, "You are out. You are out. They had to help me put you in the car." And I said, "Really?" And I said, "Okay." I had enough. For years, a friend of mine that I worked with years ago, she says, "You have narcolepsy." And I said, "No, I don't. I don't have narcolepsy. I didn't want to have narcolepsy connected with my name because, I didn't want to hear that I couldn't drive a car." I was young and stubborn, a young stubborn nurse. And the girl at the hand center actually asked me, "Are you narcoleptic?" I says, "Well, I've been told." And I do nod off, but that was a long nod off. So when I went to the nurse practitioner, I said, I think I have narcolepsy. I was telling her about the episode. And I knew I would be referred to a neurologist for an EEG and a sleep study. So that's why I did it. You have to be assertive and advocate for yourself. If not, you're not going to get anywhere. And that was last August. September, I get to the neurologist. She orders the EEG and the sleep study. The EEG was done right away, but the sleep referral took a while, and I got tired of waiting. So I called the sleep center where my son had his sleep study done and had it there. They took the insurance. So the sleep study was November. And then the neurologist appointment was December. I don't have obstructive sleep apnea or central sleep apnea. Apparently I snore and it wakes me up out of a deep sleep. And I woke up 25 times. Well, that explains why I'm so my eyes are so tired and I'm out in the daytime. Okay. And I'll tell you what the neurologist told me. She said, "You have good doctors, and you have a referral to Vanderbilt. They're the gurus in autonomic science. I'm going to back out." So she backed out. It's interesting. going from a complex case of fatigue to a complex case. Even the cardiologist said that. Normally, KG, you're a complex case. So finally, about 3 months later, I get a call from the sleep specialist. 3 months later, and I had to get a pulmonary function test and a chest x-ray. And today, May 4th, was finally the first appointment with the sleep doctor. And we had to do it on the telemed. And he said, you know, the tests don't show narcolepsy. He says we can't do a clinical diagnosis, but it doesn't mean we can't treat it. Because the only other way we could find out it's officially narcolepsy is to do a spinal tap. And there's a level in there. So we're not going to do that now. I said, no, I don't want to go that route. I don't want to go that route. So we're doing sleep med and something to keep me awake in the day. You know, he says because of the telemed, he says I can't do as good a job as I want. The next appointment, when I see him in a month, when I go in, he says we could do a better job. But he said I have 5 autoimmune things going on that contribute to the sleep issue. And one of them is asthma, GERD is an autoimmune, the dysautonomia, and I forget what the other 2 are. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't want all these diagnoses. I don't want a list of diagnoses. I do not want a list of diagnoses. I know some people, you know, like showing their list. I don't. I want one answer. I want the answer. So I just want relief. I want to be able not to have tired eyes. I want to be able to one day possibly drive again. I nod off. I haven't driven in a long time. I would like to drive. I drove a couple of times, but I really shouldn't have. It wasn't safe. So I don't even have a car for that reason. I want the answer. But you know what? I'm not giving up. All right, it's 30 years this year. Friends, don't ever give up. You know, the answers are there somewhere. And what he said was, sleep science is a relatively new science. I says, I know. I've been waiting for the research for everything. And he shook his head. He says, you know, there's not a blood test for this. Oh, the mast cell is autoimmune, he said. You know, you have this going on. I don't want all these diagnoses. All right, I don't. You know, and you know, for my friends, okay, who like to retweet my tweet, I'll apologize to you, but I did that for a reason. All right, you know, and I'm not going to get into it. All right, because I'm out here relaxing and I'm relieving my stress and my anger and focusing on health and wellness. And that's what I do. You know, I coach people now and I love it. I feel like I have purpose again because I've been getting answers and getting treated for the dysautonomia. So I'm grateful that, you know, I'm grateful for that. Okay, because a lot of us never had that, and a lot of us have that. And I want to see everybody finally get help with something. Well, I love you, friends. And, you know, until the next update, remember, do that orthostatic diary. I showed you how to do it. Lay down 5 minutes, take your blood pressure, write it down, take a picture of it with your camera, the monitor. Sit up 2 minutes, take another blood pressure, stand up, take that blood pressure. You'll see the heart rate on the monitor too. Take a picture. All right, that's where you're going to see when you stand up. All right, and look at lifestyle adaptations on the Dysautonomia International website. And if you're in Colleen's group, she has them all in there. You know, lots of fluids, compression, salt, hydration drinks. We are low on fluid and blood volume, so you know what? Fluids are life-changing for some people. Some people, fluids and one of the minor meds alone that the GP can prescribe, you know, and small meals. The blood also pools in your intestines, people. So you gotta, you know, adjust what you're eating. I love you. God bless. Till the next time.